Why your worst enemy might be your best teacher. What if the person you disagree with most intensely holds the key to understanding yourself better? We build echo chambers with algorithmic precision curating feeds, unfollowing dissent, avoiding Thanksgiving debates. We treat disagreement as danger, challenging conversations as threats to our carefully constructed identities. But what if we've got it backwards? What if those jagged, uncomfortable moments of friction are precisely where we discover our deepest connections? Get ready to see how unexpected dialogue can transform division into surprising unity. The paradox of protection. We live in the most connected era in human history. Yet, polarization has become our defining condition. Research from the Pew Research Center shows that Americans' negative feelings toward the opposing political party have more than doubled since 1994. We that perfected the art of avoiding each other. But here's what neuroscience reveals. Cognitive dissonance. The mental stress of encountering opposing views is actually growth signaling. When we feel that instinctive recoil, that surge of defensiveness, we're not in danger. We're at the threshold of expansion. The person who triggers us most isn't our adversary. They're our unwitting mirror, reflecting back the rigidities we haven't examined, the assumptions we haven't questioned, the empathy we haven't stretched, the anatomy of unexpected connection. Case study. The pro-life activist and the abortion provider. In 2019, a remarkable dialogue emerged between Cecile Richards, former president of Planned Parenthood, and Destiny Herndon de la Rosa, founder of New Wave Feminists, a pro-life feminist organization. By all metrics, they should have been archetypal enemies. Instead of debating policy, they started with stories. Richards shared her mother's illegal abortion in the 1950s. Herndon de la Rosa spoke of her work supporting pregnant women who felt abortion was their only option. They discovered a shared frustration. Both felt their movements had sometimes reduced women to political symbols, rather than honoring their complex realities. They didn't change each other's positions on legality. Something more valuable happened. They recognized each other as whole humans working toward overlapping goals: women's flourishing, dignity, and agency. Their continued dialogue influenced Herndon de la Rosa's organization to expand support services for mothers, and Richards to acknowledge more publicly the moral complexity many women feel. The breakthrough wasn't agreement. It was complexity. The science of transformation. Psychologist Peter Coleman at Columbia University studies intractable conflicts. His research reveals something counterintuitive. The most polarized groups often share the deepest structural similarities. Both sides care intensely. Both feel unheard. Both believe they're defending fundamental values. When Coleman brings together activists from opposing movements, he doesn't start with common ground exercises. He starts with complexifying, adding nuance until rigid positions soften into perspectives. The magic happens in what Coleman calls the constructive controversy zone, that productive tension where disagreement persists but curiosity enters. Brain scans show this zone activates regions associated with learning and social connection, not threat response. Translation. We don't bridge divides by eliminating disagreement. We bridge them by upgrading how we disagree. 3 shifts that transform division. 1. From winning to witnessing. Traditional debate frames conversation as combat, but unexpected connections emerge when we shift from "I need to convince you" to "I need to understand how you see the world." Try this. In your next difficult conversation, suspend your rebuttal. Instead, ask, "What's the experience that led you to see it this way?" You're not surrendering your view. You're excavating the humanity beneath it. 2. From positions to values. Surface disagreements mask shared foundations. The immigration hardliner and the open borders advocate may both value security, one emphasizing national borders, the other emphasizing human dignity. The climate activist and the coal miner may both value stewardship, one of planetary systems, one of family traditions. The practice. Ask, what are you actually trying to protect? You'll often find the same words: safety, fairness, freedom, future applied to different contexts. 3. From certainty to curiosity. Certainty feels like strength. Curiosity feels like vulnerability. But research on intellectual humility shows that people who hold their views with appropriate confidence, not absolute certainty, are more persuasive, more respected, and ironically, more likely to update their views when evidence warrants. The pivot. Replace "I disagree because" with "help me see what I'm missing." The unexpected conversation toolkit. Ready to practice? Here's your field guide. Before, check your intent. Are you seeking understanding or victory? Prime for surprise. Tell yourself, this person knows something I don't. During, listen for the no. And, where is their perspective true? Even if incomplete. Find the feeling beneath the fact. What fear, hope, or memory animates their position? Offer your own complexity. I used to think. Then I learned. Now I wonder. After. Reflect on your own rigidity. Where did you feel most defensive? That's your growth edge. Follow up. Unexpected conversations build over time, not in single sittings. The deeper discovery. Here's what no one tells you about bridging divides. It's selfishly beneficial. When you engage someone who sees the world radically differently, you don't just learn about them. You learn about the limits of your own perception. You discover which of your beliefs are reasoned and which are inherited. You develop cognitive flexibility that serves every area of life. The person you disagree with most intensely becomes, paradoxically, your partner in self-discovery. They force you to articulate what you actually believe, not what your tribe believes. They reveal your blind spots. They make you more interesting to yourself and others. Your challenge. This week, seek out one unexpected conversation. Not with someone mildly different. Go for the person whose views make your jaw clench. Approach them not as a problem to be solved, but as a mystery to be explored. Ask them about their story before their stance. Listen for the values beneath the positions. Notice what happens in your body when you feel the urge to argue, and choose curiosity instead. You won't emerge with identical views, but you might emerge with something rarer. A genuine human connection that transcends disagreement. Because the deepest bridges aren't built over division. They're built through it, one unexpected conversation at a time. The opposite of a correct statement is a false statement. But the opposite of a profound truth may well be another profound truth. Niels Bohr. What conversation will you have today?